there, it's Erin with Time Saving Templates, and today I'm going to be going over a question I've been getting a few times now, and I thought it would be easier to do a video on it. So the question I've been getting is related to the merit increase template that we have at Time Saving Templates, and people want to know, can they still use this, or how can they use this if their company doesn't have salary ranges or they don't have a performance rating system in place. So if that is you, this video will answer that question. Now this template is set up to calculate the total payroll, a merit increase budget percent, and then what we're doing is a matrix that will recommend a merit increase amount based on both a matrix of their performance rating and where they fall in relation to the salary range. So there's two videos that go over how to use this template, what everything means. Basically, if it's your first time seeing this, I'll link to the first two videos that explain the template. But basically the gray cells are formulas. Those will update once we fill out the information in these different tabs you'll see at the bottom of the spreadsheet. So we are trying to calculate recommended salary increases. And if I go here to the merit increase matrix page, this is where the question's coming up. So right now, the recommendations are set up based on this matrix here. You would enter the merit increase that you would want to recommend if someone is below, within, or above market, and where they fall with their performance. So you could use any type of performance rating, whether it's numbers or you have these different labels. So if someone was exceptional, maybe I want to recommend 5%. If they're within market, if they're below market, maybe I want to get them up to market if they're exceptional. If they're already above market, the increase might be slightly lower, because we don't want them getting to the max of their range. And then, so you would fill this out and possibly 0 for the needing improvement, and then you would fill it out according to how you want to recommend that. Now, to determine whether someone is below, within, or above, you can fill out this chart in the matrix. This is looking at the compa ratio, which is going to be related to the salary ranges, which is another tab that you need to fill out. And so the question I'm getting lately is, what if we don't have a salary range? So we're looking to compare in this table, where does the compa ratio fall, which is the employee's salary divided by the midpoint of the salary range. So typically we could say if somebody's salary is 80% of the midpoint or less, we could label them as below market, or if their salary is 120% of the midpoint, we could label them as above market. And then anybody within 80 to 120, or maybe we would want to have it be 110, you can decide that would be considered within market. So based on this information, what the employee made, the salary range, the salary midpoint, their compa ratio, see all these numbers fill out, and then it automatically populates the recommended percentage, which then manager would go in and look at that. 4%, well, they don't have to do it exactly. Maybe they put another number in. So using this template without salary band, then you're not going to have a compa ratio. But say that you do have performance rating. So you still want to use this column to recommend something on performance rating. So what I would recommend with that scenario, if you have the performance ratings, but we don't have the range in the midpoint, the salary range, the compa ratio, where they are to market, we don't have that information. you can still use this template. You just wouldn't fill out the top part. So what you could do is just set everybody to within market or everybody to below market, and you're just going to enter 1% recommendation based on the rating. So even though the headers say this, when you go to the page, I guess it slots everybody above market. So if we don't have a salary range, it's not going to calculate these 3 columns, but we still want these formulas to work. So what I would recommend is you could override this formula position to market, because that's what the recommendation is looking at. You would actually need to use the text at market because of the way the formula was set up. So if I put at market, the way that formula is set up, so if I put at market for everybody, then it's just considering that everybody's the same. And now it's only looking at the performance rating to provide a recommended increase based on what we put in the matrix. So that's one way, one workaround for using this template is just write over, put at market in this column and for everybody. And then the other scenario is, what if you don't have performance rating, but you do have salary range? And we're going to do something similar to where you just put everybody at meets expectations. That way everybody is on the same level for this field. So you could either add them into the rating spreadsheet, or you could just type over this column here and just type over the formula and put meets expectations. You'll see then it pulls in 3% for everybody. That's because it's still looking at that at market. If we did have market information and we didn't have the ratings, then you would want to fill this chart out at the top. And we would also have ranges that I need to add back in. Grab my sample data. Okay, so there's some sample ranges that will give us more variance with this. Now we had typed over the position to market formula. So I'm going to go to the cell below it. I'm going to drag this formula back. So that's one thing to remember. If you end up overriding one of these formulas, just remember for next time or next year that you go to do this, you might want to start with a fresh copy and know where the formulas have been overridden. So with this one, we're having some above, at, and below market. Let's look at the matrix. So we have only entered percentages for within market here. And we have everybody at meets expectations. So I'm going to delete these other ratings. And then this way, we're really only having 3 different scenarios to recommend. So below market, we could maybe do 2%, 3.5%. Oh wait, I guess below market, you'd want to do higher to get them. You want to get them within market. So let me change that up. Say we do 7%, 3.5%, or 4%. If they're already above market, then 2%. Something like that. Of course, you want to play around with it. You want to see, depending on what the budget is. But if I go back to merit increase details, you'll see that now it's giving the recommended percentage is now lining up with whether someone's at market, that's recommending 4%. If they're above market, there's a 2%, and then there's below market at 7%. Now, all of the actual percentages still need to be reviewed and entered in the yellow column for that to get applied to the new increase. So there you go. That's how you would use it in both scenarios where maybe you're missing the range, maybe you're missing performance ratings. If you're missing both, if you don't have a salary range and you don't have performance ratings, then you really have nothing to base the recommendation on, but you could still use the worksheet because it's based on this yellow column. So in that case, you could just hide this section if you have nothing to display here, and then you would really be looking at the individual department and just entering your amounts, and without a salary range, you really aren't going to have any of this information right here either. But it can calculate the proposed new salary and any retro payments if you want to do that calculation and you're doing a retro. So I hope that helps, and I will definitely link to the other videos that go over these other tabs and pages, because there's also a bunch of summaries that can be done to look at different ways, different each department or different analysis of a merit increase. And so I will link to that, and I will also link to the pay structure design template. If you don't have a salary range and you need somewhere to start, the pay structure design template can help you start setting up some initial salary ranges. And the compensation metrics cheat sheet also explains further the compa ratio, which is basically the numbers we're entering in here are looking at the employee's compa ratio. So I have a free cheat sheet for that. You can actually, I'll show you where to find that right now. For that free compensation metrics cheat sheet, you can go to timesavingtemplates.com/free resources and then click on the HR and comp freebies, and you'll find the comp metrics cheat sheet right here. We also have a free guide to get started with Excel, and as well as some other freebies that might interest you. And to find the merit increase template that we just went over, you can also go to the timesavingtemplates.com, go to the shop menu, and then human resources. And if you scroll, it's kind of in the middle, the annual merit increase. There's different options to upgrade if you want the analysis piece or not. And until next time, don't forget, I'm here to help you streamline and save time when it comes to using Excel spreadsheets. So if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.